Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I wanted to share these stamps that I had purchased a few months ago. These are the Crafter's Companion brush stamps. This one is the Season's Greetings, and there's two stamps in here. This is the Christmas Wishes, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays. So I created a card, and I wanted to share how I created it. So this is how the card turned out. When you stamp the greeting, you stamp the larger word first, and I stamped that using this Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Warm Lipstick. And then I used some VersaFine black ink on the top, and this is considered the brush technique. And then I used the stencil that I already have taped down, and it's a stencil from TWC, the Crafters Workshop, 6x6 mixed media Carmen Malden stencil, and it's called Fern Branch. So I did this background in the Mowed Lawn Distress ink. I also used some of the pine needle, and then I have a smaller thing of the Mowed Lawn. For the brown, I used the Vintage Photo, and then I'm going to attempt to make the background a little blue using the tumbled glass, and I also have some of the broken china. Instead of using the warm lipstick, I also pulled out my Barn Door Distress Oxide to see how it looks when you stamp the seasons in red on top of this to make it a more traditional. I backed this in gold, and then I have some green and white or plaid paper in the background, and then the base of the card is just one of the pre-made cards from Hobby Lobby. The paper that I'm using for my stencil is the Strathmore Bristol Smooth Surface Cardstock. This is a 9x12, and this is good for pen and ink. It's a heavyweight cardstock. I got this at Hobby Lobby on clearance for $2.87, and this is their 300 series. I actually have the watercolor paper and a bunch of their other paper as well, and I really love that. I'm using these brushes that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I have some of this all-purpose stamp cleaner. This comes from Joann's. This is the Miss Sparkle & Co. And I clean my brushes using a baby wipe, and I just put some of this stamp cleaner on there. And I also use this on my stamps, and you can use some of those reusable white cloths from Dollar Tree. I just cut those in half, or just cut pieces off them to clean my brushes as well, and I just sit and let them dry. So to start off, what I did for this particular design is I started on the outside with the darker colors, and then just worked my way in with the lighter colors of the green. And I don't use stencils as often, but I'm trying to use things that I have in my stash, things that I've been wanting to do something different. So I'm just going to rub my brush. I think it might be still a little wet. And this is the Mowed Lawn. And then I'll just go in circular motions on the outside. I'm not a stencil expert, but this is just how I got that particular design on this card right here. So I'll just go around. So I said I was going to start with the darker color. This pine needle is actually darker, so I'm going to work around with this green Mowed Lawn first, and then I'll go back in with that other one. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Today is actually, I think it's November 9th. Just wanted to do something a little bit more relaxing, no rush. We're all getting ready for Christmas, and we haven't even made it through Thanksgiving yet. I'm getting more outside more as well. I'm planting some collard greens this week in my garden. I'll be sure to share once I get it set up, because I'm going to do them in 5-gallon buckets, which I found at Walmart for, I think they were $2.96, and they're food grade buckets. I know I do have a few people that are subscribed to me that are also gardeners as well. So that's my first layer of the green, and I'll just take my brush and rub it on this baby wipe that I already have the cleaner on, and then I'll let that one dry, and then I'll go in with my darker green, this pine needle, and I'll do this on the ends of the pine needles. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'll clean this one off. I'll go back to my other brush and I'll use some of this vintage photo. I think I'm going to do another layer of the mowed lawn. Let me go in a little darker here. I'll go back in with the mowed lawn and just kind of get around the edges of this brown again. Take the stencil off. Oh, that turned out really nice. I love that. That turned out really nice. Here's the stencil. I'll just use the wipe to clean this off. And now to get the stamp sentiment where I want it, I'm going to use my stamp platform. Make sure I'm in frame here. These are some magnets I purchased on Amazon. I just have a piece of ribbon around them so that I can pick them up. Just make sure that goes down, which it does. And then I'll take my, so I'm going to use the Christmas wishes, and I'm going to use the barn door where I use that worn lipstick on that one. And then I have the VersaFine ink for the black. So this stamp comes in 2 pieces. So these are the 2 pieces included in this one. So this is the first one you want to stamp, and I just stamped mine in the color and then do the brushed word in the black. So I'm just going to center it as best as I can over the pine cones, making sure it's straight. Then I will ink it with the VersaFine black ink. We'll press this down. Oh, I love that. I meant to do that in the red, so how am I going to fix it? I'll do another stamp of this once I get another background done. So to fix this, I'm going to stamp right up under Christmas with the smaller brushed set. So I'm going to take the wishes and I will stamp this in red since I've already stamped that in black. But again, that's how the stamp is supposed to be used, so we'll just say this is an alternative way. And this is the barn door red. But I'm sure somebody was saying something as I was stamping that thing in black. I like that too. That's really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert me stamping again. I'm going to do another stencil and then I'll show how it looks with the red with the black wishes on top. Okay, so here I go again, and on this one I'm going to use this Merry Christmas instead of the Christmas wishes. So that's that one. I went ahead and did this one again. You can tell down here the stencil was still wet, but based on the card size that I'm going to use, it's probably going to be cut off anyway. So again, you start with the larger word. I'm going to remember to stamp this one in red. I'm going to place it in the center of my image. I'll bring it down some. Then I'm going to use the barn door. Oh, that's pretty. So that's the Marion barn door, and it's kind of not all the way there, so I will, no, I'm not, I'm gonna just leave it like it is. I like the rustic look. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna add any more ink, and then I'll use the Christmas across the top of it in black. Again, using the VersaFine black ink. Just gonna put it right across the Mary. And it picked up some of that red, so be sure to let it dry if you're using two colors that are closer together. This black I'm not so worried about because it'll stamp right over that. So there's the Christmas Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. And that's how it turned out. So pretty. So I did that one. Alternative way if you want to stamp it underneath or above. That's so pretty. I love how these turned out, and I'm going to make cards out of both of those. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and have a great day.